How's it going, everybody? Come on in, relax. We're going to be playing a little bit of Genshin Impact. We're continuing on our Sumeru. How do you pronounce that? I never quite sure. But anyway, we're going to be continuing on our way on this quest. Before I do anything, I'm going to check what's new because I haven't played this for like a week. Nothing really new. Let's do a wishy. Why not? Why not? Eh? I'm just crazy like that. Yeah, nothing in particular except blood-tainted greatsword. Just what I always wanted. That's I don't think there's anything else new. I don't think possibly. Oh, Iktomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls. Now this, I have no idea what this is. Letter of Appeal. Event guidelines. Man, I have to do Natlan stuff, but I mean, do I? Can I just do it? Do you think?
Let's rest here for a bit.
Let's just continue this. We're just getting distracted. This game is just distraction central, right? It's one distraction after another. Let's talk to Dea. Sort this whole malarkey out.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dea also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Could you explain the situation to her today?
Do we? Have we only...
I'm a little sick of doing it.
Yeah, we've already explained this a few times, right? We don't actually need to explain everything.
Oh, that works.
Works for me. You suddenly became proficient with your greatsword because we've lived through the same day.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
Yeah, just take all this madness we're talking about. Just believe us.
Alright then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this greatsword, but my brain just doesn't remember it?
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Yes, the muscle memory,
I'd
right?
have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sabzeruz festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
I thought about that too. But if this... right, okay. If they utilize this entire city's resources as well as information supplied by Akasha.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
Not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area is safe.
Nope. Some just crazy people around here talking about crazy things.
Dea who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
Okay, let's continue on our merry way. I have to always pick these flowers every time I pass them. Let's run. Let's run, why not? Oh, skate. Skate will be nice. Woo! I love that skating. So much funzos.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
And the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control.
Are they just all in a simulation?
The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they used some fancy machine to carve every single mark?
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
That does make sense.
Whew. Hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
The stage.
Nope. Back to square one. Is our memory deletion theory also wrong? But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime.
We're not in the real world.
Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now?
I suddenly realize that something is strange.
Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately.
How come we've never thought about leaving the city?
Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution! Many things should become clear if we can confirm the flow of time outside of the city.
Maybe we can't leave the
I
city.
can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired?
It is really strange.
How about we go back
pretty
and
much.
ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Maybe we have. Maybe we have. Anyway, let's go. Let's try and leave the city. We need to talk to Nahida. Let us skate to Nahida. Hey. Oh, sorry. Just stood on your bed. Don't worry, my shoes are clean.
Nahida, we're back!
You're back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
What will happen if we try and leave the city?
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your plans to do that twice before.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we say when we got back?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, it's probably more accurate to say that both times you never came back the whole night. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
Pie animals, that's why.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still, neither of us remember anything about leaving town.
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your memories.
Let's try again tomorrow.
Yep, something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow.
Beep. The reset button.
Our memories are back!
Let's go and try to leave the city today.
About that. Well, where should Paimon begin?
Paimon, what do you mean?
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message for you.
Another message from who?
Listen to it and you'll understand.
Alright.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Sumeru. I need to remember how to pronounce that. This is my own voice.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in.
2 days ago?
It's
Damn.
time to carry out our plan from yesterday.
Let's go and try and leave the city today.
Okay.
Ah, okay. I get it. Man, we're jumping around. Oh, look at this. It's all like memories. All sort of saturated and with the, what you call that, at the corners. Oh man. Totally forgotten what you call that. But anyway, it looks cool. Hey, buddies. Wait a minute. I was going to pet the dog.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just wait until tomorrow.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's
Hold
not
on.
like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else.
Of course, the Academia wouldn't share their plans with a pawn.
Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
Fair enough.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Let's hurry!
Paimon, stay here.
Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind?
We need someone to stay and witness events from this side.
But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Then Paimon won't be able to help you.
So risk I gotta take.
Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we?
Don't worry, Paimon.
Okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. Just a quick look.
Okay.
Please. Be careful.
I always am. I'm always so very careful. Cool, I'm interested to see what happens.
Memories.
Like the corners of my mind? Let's go and try to leave the city today. What? What's wrong, Paimon?
That Paimon would never see you again. You just disappeared.
Ooh, interesting.
Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall, and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
What did I promise?
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think she understood what you were saying.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day.
Although I don't remember doing any of this. I won't leave you behind.
Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually disappear. Oh, Paimon was so scared that you had gone into another world.
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday?
Paimon describes your plan from yesterday.
I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant.
You sure that's what you saw? You weren't zoning out or anything? Ooh, bright.
No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this?
Yes, I don't even know that yesterday existed.
I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased?
They're also erasing the memories of those who leave.
It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside.
Can we leave behind something other than memories?
Something like a message? But how can we send it back?
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay. You want something that can pass on messages, right? Give me some time and take care of Dunyarzad for me.
Yep, now we're talking.
Yup. Time lapse, I guess. Yeah.
I'm done. Here you go.
Ooh, what have I got? Oh,
Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
has it been purposed?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
It's worth a try.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages.
I still think you should stay.
All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it.
See you tomorrow, Paimon.
Okay. See you tomorrow, Traveler. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Was what I left for myself... wait a minute. Was what I left for myself when I left the city?
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages together.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
This is bizarre.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
what? Are actually Buzz?
because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Spaces without human presence, the real world? The space where we were yesterday?
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic? All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
What was this one
My
again?
impression is that each day in this samsara only...
What about this? No. Okay. I thought it was that to begin with.
That's what it is. After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sabzeruz festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half.
A secret, huh? Give me some time. I need to organize my thoughts.
Hey, where are you going?
To organize my thoughts, Paimon. Flip. Okay, the empty illusion is organize your thoughts on the familiar bench in the city. Cool. I can go and organize my thoughts. If I knew where I was going. There we go. Okay, let us skate. Skate to thinking. To the thinking zone. By the way, everybody, thank you very much for your comments, as usual. Obviously, if anybody would likes to leave a comment and give me some tips and advice and, you know, kind words, things like that, it's always lovely. But a lot of people are saying, you know, do things in your own time. I think in the last episode, I was talking a lot about, I really need to get to the new area to catch up with everybody, to go to Natlan. And I was like, you know, chill out. Just chill out. And you know what? That's what I've done all along. It's just, you know, play this game at my own pace. But even I, Mr. Chilled Out, was feeling the pressure and the FOMO. So I'm not gonna rush.
Do you want
I'm gonna
some
take it easy.
time to think? All right then, Paimon won't disturb you.
Let us think. Intense thoughts. Wow, that was a full day of thinking.
The Dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Cool. The Dance of Sabzeruz. It's that time already.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunyarzad? We still have some other stuff to do first.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away.
I think I know the answer now.
Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nahida first. You can tell us both together. This time, we're gonna get to the truth.
Okay. Are we? Do we have to go all the way back now? I just came to a bench to think, and then I have to go back. Okay. I can get with that. Let us skate to our heart's content. back to Nahida. But first, hey Dogged. Hey little doggy. Hey Doug. Oh, you been a good dog. You having a good little cozy little time there? Oh, flip. See you later, doggy. See you later, little dog. Okay. Oh, here. We're here already. Nahida.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Judging by the looks on your faces, are you ready to take your Sabzeruz exam and graduate from the festival?
Ask away, Miss Nahida.
Okay. First off, have you discovered the hidden truth?
Maybe. Information on the Akasha.
Okay. Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
Are they messing about with that?
We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Dreams with no human presence.
Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia forest. Except these have no sign of human presence.
Oh yeah, the people from They Don't Dream. Ah, okay,
Illusions
okay.
and lies. What do they all mean?
So people from
People
Sumeru
in Sumeru
don't dream.
dream.
Tis a strange phenomenon. Maybe it's this. No.
That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I need to associate this with this. The truth behind dreams.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
That sounds like the conclusion, maybe?
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them.
That is a mad theory.
Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
All makes sense now. It's all coming up Millhouse. Speaking of which, this t-shirt, I love this t-shirt. Check it out. Love it. Love it. Millhouse. He's my boy.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
The Akasha's operation requires a
The
gnosis.
Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
The Akasha is...
It is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
It compiles the wisdom of the entire...
It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace.
And it grants people... And it grants knowledge to the
And
people.
it grants knowledge to the people.
Okay. All of them. The Akasha operation requires a gnosis. The Akasha is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. Okay, maybe it's that? No.
That doesn't...
Okay.
Oh,
thought it was that.
Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom? Isn't there anything more to it than that?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So it was all a dirty trick? The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Yes, and they don't intend to stop there.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The samsara.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized.
Appearance and disappearance of dreams.
Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Grand Sage.
Said, go celebrate
speech.
the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
Normal mental fatigue.
My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done too much thinking. What is going on? We've already experienced the Sabzeruz festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
So what? Trigger association with is it that? No. Maybe this? Yeah, mass production of dreams. Yeah, I guess it's this.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
Man, it's like it's like data harvesting, isn't it?
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
That makes sense. It's all coming together.
Right,
It's all coming
last
together.
question. Who am I?
I don't know. The moon.
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon... Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming? Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru's people?
The moon? Oh, wait a minute. Can I actually submit that? No.
Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming?
Just a glitch. Don't worry. Don't know what's happening here. Hold on, everyone. Seem to be having some technical issues. What? Oh no! Okay, let's try this again without technical mishaps. Hopefully. I got a lot of gremlins in the works today. Illusions, moonlight. Well, they said that they were the moon.
So you noticed.
You are Lesser Lord Kusanali.
I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you is all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very beginning. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
I have a lot of questions for you, but this doesn't seem like a good time.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real life. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now.
Why couldn't you simply tell us the truth?
You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would literally blow your minds. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense. Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing.
That's okay. I guess we had an adventure out of it. How do the sages manage to keep people from noticing this?
Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced the Sabzeruz festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sabzeruz festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of deja vu.
Okay.
Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sabzeruz Festival Samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
Okay, so about the side effects of the mass production or mass-produced dream.
Can humans really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end? And if so, when?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Yeah. Get down tootin'. Why is the dream about the Sabzeruz festival?
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
I think not.
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's strange.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
Dreams are no human
This
presence.
reminds me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia forest.
Okay, we've gone through that information. I
Okay.
think we've seen this as well.
Nahida said, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate.
Okay, we know this. So the Grand Sage speech.
Said, go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content. Did he mean something more?
Okay.
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean?
Could it mean indeed? I don't have any more questions.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable. After we end the Sabzeruz Festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's talking in riddles again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're out of time today.
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow. See you then.
See you then. Let's relive this whole day once again. Oh, hello.
Good
Hi.
morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
Yeah, and where's Dunyarzad?
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared.
No.
It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Oh no. Oh no. Really? Did they kill her off? They were so close.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad? Just what is she? Is she also going to disappear?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she still...
It still meant a lot to her.
Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sabzeruz festival with so many regrets.
Oh man.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm gonna kick every sage's butt for this.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sabzeruz festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind. And the server really will bring you gold and mora.
Maybe it can bring me some primo gems.
But right
That'll
now,
be useful.
our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food.
So we find the host, then what?
Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far, only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. But fate was against her.
I just feel so demoralized.
Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no?
Unlikely. Knowing the plan, they'd probably become aware that they were dreaming. I guess so. An unexpected host would be less likely to realize this is a dream.
That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the dream is?
Maybe Ferris? The one with the strange getup.
Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sabzeruz festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
That shall. We shall do that, shall do. Cool. End of the Sabzeruz festival. Ooh, this might be the last questie. Let's go. I hope we get to kick these sages' butts, because they've caused a lot of distress. A lot of distress for people, to be honest. And I, for one, am not happy. Not happy at all.
You're back.
Dunyarzad.
You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain. Would you mind taking part in a little experiment with us?
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
Imagine your wish coming true before your very eyes.
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sabzeruz festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
Might be a bit tricky for that to come true.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Ferris Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, it's getting sadder. I don't want it to get sadder.
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sabzeruz festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing.
Wasn't embarrassing. You were just putting your heart in your sleeve.
Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Here goes.
Please come true.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Oh, it's worked.
Fucky? Sorry, but only
What?
one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Can you just scale down the wish? Like, I want a PlayStation. I want a PS5, please.
Guess he isn't the host of this stream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
In saying that, a PS5 probably harder to get than bringing someone back to life.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her, but none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnappers.
I'm going to teach them a lesson they won't forget.
Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, Traveler!
I need something. Give me something to break. Give me something to break. I said, give me something to break. Actually, I haven't done any battling for a while. See if I remember how to do this. Very talky quest. Look at these jabronis.
It's you. Great timing. Please take...
Take Dunyarzad and
Hey,
leave.
this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you.
You're wasting your breath.
You... fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so worked up anyway? It's not like I don't trust your fighting skills. Anyway, watch yourself.
See you later. I'm actually going to fight these with Deer.
So you
Because I
got
have Deer
yourself
in my
some
party.
backup. Suit yourself. You're going down.
You're going down. You're going down to
That's close enough.
Fisticuffs Town.
Brave names echo!
Yeah, I knew I'd forgotten how to fight. Plus, I've been playing a lot of Zenless Zone Zero, which very different in its fighting. Hello? Oh, there's another guy here. Hey, buddy. Just give you some hits.
Come a little.
Could have probably beaten these guys by now. There's another one. Wait a minute. Okay, let's just go overkill. Why not, eh? Hey, buddy.
A proper send-off! Christina with love.
Probably didn't need to do that. There we go. A little bit of overkill. You can still, still hear him getting pummeled.
Out on those guys?
I'm just angry at myself.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this.
Well, she can't, can she?
Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sabzeruz festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something.
Yes, I do remember that.
Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sabzeruz festival.
Should we check out what the item is?
Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still help us more than this needle in a haystack search.
Okay.
This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Hey, Okay. Paimon's gonna take a peek inside.
Good plan. Paimon enters the room and returns a while later, carrying something.
This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it?
Yes, we should. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, after almost 16... Oh, I should say the title. The Elegantly Written Note. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sabzeruz festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately, so I was hoping that I'd be able to give this to you before that. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid that there were very few who knew much about her. Still, I hope that this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day, people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again, and some said that a green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everybody believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite possible. The decontamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in the Gandharville then? After Mum passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from day one, I would hear a voice that would chat with me until I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sabzeruz festival makes him a little happier. This is quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time in band camp when I'd had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall, and had the most muscular arms, and she caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. I'm not sure this one has that much value as a reference. That was probably just a tree, right? These folk records appended with Dunyazad's references and opinions leave every page densely packed. Cool.
Wow. Dunyazad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sabzeruz festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sabzeruz festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
Dunyazad.
Hey! Where are you off to now?
My question exactly. Talk to Dunyazad. Where is Dunyazad? Down here. Let us go. Feels like there's going to be an epic ending to this. I don't know about you. Well, you all probably know this ending. But it feels like something big's going to happen. I can just feel it.
It's Dunyazad's puppet.
I guess. Thank you.
Traveler?
Oh.
You must be exhausted.
You must be totes
Come
emosh.
to think of it, We've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
Oh. Oh man. They're pulling on the heartstrings over here. Oh, Dunyarzad. You all knew this was going to happen, right?
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's Dance of Sabzeruz.
I can barely recall it now.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
Oh. Okay.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Wait a minute. Dunyarzad?
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
What?
So she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come...
Not leave behind any regrets.
What? Where are we going this time?
The plot thickens. It's thicker than a flippin' cheese soup here. Okay.
Bring it.
Let's go. I feel like I've been up and down this pathway quite a lot. But here we go. Oh yeah, this should be a big moment, right?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Yeah, and he's about to see my foot vanish up his butt.
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste.
Ooh.
Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff?
They're puppets, are they?
Oh, of course. If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
Dang it.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Hold on a moment.
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisarahs went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisarahs in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful shade of purple.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisarahs? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going on here?
What's going on indeed? Nilu, close your eyes.
Huh?
I said close your eyes. Imagine that the Grand Sage and his entourage are not here in front of you.
You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey!
Oh.
They disappeared! So Nilu's host. What a surprise!
What a surprise.
Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assumed there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Padisaras in the flower pots. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu?
Correct.
But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
What the heck? What happened? How did you come to that conclusion?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sabzeruz festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia. What a happy ending.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
Well, now Nilu is aware of it. This dream should be over soon.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can.
Good plan. I've been waiting a long time for this. I have actually. Please dance your heart out. Ooh, cutscene. Should be good. Wow.
The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sabzeruz.
This is going to be good. Oh, pretty.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Oh. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay. Are we good? Did we win?
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
Oh, my head hurts.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sabzeruz festival. The Sabzeruz festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sabzeruz samsara?
I remember now.
Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
At the end, at the end of the Dance of Sabzeruz, I think I saw something. Wait a minute. She's still alive?
She's not in her room. What happened?
Let's go to the usual spot.
Huh? What usual spot?
The bench. Let's go. Let's go. Our body might still be alive. Let's go. Let's skate there. Oh no, the bed. Wait a minute.
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sabzeruz festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Whew. Okay. No more tears.
Traveler Paimon.
So that's good.
I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream, and I saw Nilou performing the Dance of Sabzeruz.
Whew. Okay. Well, that was cool. Awesome. The Morn 1000 Thingamajig Springs. Wow, we did it. We did it. Okay, what happens if we talk to Catherine?
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sabzeruz festival. And Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened.
Well, she's still alive, and that's what counts.
Let's chat somewhere else. How about by the Traveler's favorite bench?
Alrighty. Okay, cool. What happens if we talk to Dunyarzad now?
What's going on? Why are you two so excited to see me? Hasn't it only been a night?
To you, maybe.
It's actually been much longer than that.
Oh? Strange. Was I really asleep that long? No wonder I have such a headache.
You and me both. Awesome. Well, I'm going to end the video right there. If you like this video, please feel free to, give me one of those little like things. And if you want to see more of this and other games being played by a complete jabroni like myself, feel free to give me a little subscribe. It helps the channel. Anything you can do to help the channel is wonderful. We got a Discord here as well. Check out the details in the description. Lots of stuff you can go and have a look at. But anyway, at the end of that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we've achieved something. We're getting further into this whole section. I'm excited to see what else is going to happen. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Be excellent to one another. And I'll see you in the next one.